Hey guys, welcome back to my beauty stash, or welcome if it is your first time here. Hello, my name is Steff. I would love to have you become part of our makeup family. So be sure to click on that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. Today's video is going to be all about this new beauty right here. This is the new ColourPop All Amethyst eyeshadow palette. This is an exclusive at the moment to Ulta Beauty. I went to go pick it up as soon as the store opened, and here I am. I'm going to be creating 3 looks for you guys today. This little palette retails for $14 and you do get 9 different shades. You get a nice mixture of matte and shimmer shades, and I believe this is the only shade right here that is that matte shade that has a little bit of the glitter particles in it. Don't worry about that, guys. If you're sensitive to glitter, the glitter really blends itself away once you start working with it, so just treat it as you would any matte shade. But I was anxious to try this palette out for you guys. When I saw it sneak peeked on Instagram, I thought it looked really pretty, and ColourPop has been doing some amazing releases over at Ulta Beauty lately. The So Fly palette and the Ticket to Dreamland palette, even the honey palette, the, what was it called? Or the one with the bee on it, a neutral palette. All of those 3 palettes were really, really good. So I have high expectations for this one. Let's see how it's going to perform. I'm going to insert some swatches that I did of this palette outdoors in natural lighting so that you can see what they're going to look like on a fair to light skin tone. And then we're going to jump into the 3 look tutorial. If you guys want to see the new All Amethyst eyeshadow palette in action, keep on watching. Alright guys, I realized in the intro I hadn't applied blush, bronzer, or highlighter, so I did that really quick. I'm using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm using the Kaleidos Space Age Highlighter. This is in the shade Comet Catcher. And then for blush, I have, this is a new shade available at Ulta from ColourPop in their Super Shock Blush Formula. This one is the shade Drive Me Crazy. This was released with the So Fly palette. So let's dive into the All Amethyst palette. I've already primed my eyelids using the Natasha Denona eyeshadow primer, and of course I'll have all the makeup that I'm using both on and off camera linked in the description box of today's video. Some of those things might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. I'm ready for this. Are you? Let's start working with it. I'm really interested in this shade right here. Even this shade, this one looks like it has a little bit of a shift to it. So I think what I'm going to do is start with this one in the crease. This shade is called Crystal Crazy. And then I want this all over the lid, and then I think I'm gonna layer it with this one as well. So let's start like that. Now I'm taking Crystal Crazy on a Rephr 14. ColourPop dropped a lot of new stuff on the Ulta Beauty website this morning, and if you saw my community section, I definitely, I got a link there for you in case you want to shop through my link, but I made a little collage of some of the items that looked pretty interesting, so be sure to check that out. I also posted it on my Instagram. But I have been really, really impressed with the ColourPop Ulta releases. The last few palettes have been top-notch. And I know a lot of you are fans of purple, of Amethyst. Amethyst is February, right? I was thinking, well, maybe ColourPop is going to do like the way BH Cosmetics did with the Birthstone palettes, but no, I think Amethyst is February. Okay, so this is a beautiful shade. It seems to be blending out fairly well. No real issues with it. And it's also building up. Feel like maybe right here, it's looking a little patchy. I don't know if that's just my eye. Okay, that kind of fixed it a little bit there. It could just be my eye. My allergies have been acting up, and I need to go get My allergy medicine, I just haven't made time to go to Costco. I live like less than a mile away from Costco, but it's just always so busy. I think that looks okay. That looks pretty decent. And I mean, you can clearly see it builds up. But yeah, worried about this little area right here, but I think I'm just gonna leave it alone. I think it'll be okay. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with this shade, and I am gonna use a damp brush to apply it. And I'm taking that on a rougher 28. Really pretty shade. I just felt some fallout right here. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of this matte shade. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with this one. What is this one called? Brilliant. I'm gonna pick some up with my finger. So it does have a little bit of a shift to it. Oh, see, it turns like a blurple color. That's cool. I think I want that on the inner corner as well. I'm taking that shade on a little pencil brush. I did spray the brush. Just adding it right here. Now on a Refer 26, I'm gonna go in with this shade, and then I'm gonna go in with this shade. So this one is called Feb's Gem. February, yes it is, I got it right, okay. And this one is called Royal Affair. So yes, Amethyst is February. And I remembered that because of the BH Cosmetics Birthstone palettes. We'll have to compare that Amethyst palette to this Amethyst palette. I want to say you can still pick up the Birthstone palettes on the BH Cosmetics website. That was the only place where they were released. I'm going in with a little bit of Crystal Crazy, this matte shade, just so I can connect right here. Same brush. Now I'm going to go in with Royal Affair, keeping that close to the lash line. Adding a little bit more of Brilliant. Okay, let me add some eyeliner and a little bit more mascara, and I'll be right back to show you this completed look number 1. All right, guys, so here's the completed look number 1. What do you guys think? I have something good to report. I had said in my last video where I was doing an eye look, I think it was the Pat McGrath Bridgerton collection, that these NYX Vivid Brights eyeliners were likely discontinued because I couldn't find them online. Well, I saw them today in store at Ulta, and they had a lot of them. I think they might be doing like a repackaging of them, but I did see them there. So if I don't have it linked, check your local Ulta, because there was plenty of stock in my local Ulta. So I used this one. This one is in the shade Vivid Violet. That's what I have on the top lash line. Guys, this mascara that I've been using yesterday and today, this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Noir Balm mascara. They have this in store at Ulta too. Amazing. I love this mascara. This is a really nice one. It didn't flake, it didn't smear, it didn't smudge. On my wear test of it yesterday, it did great. So have 2 coats of this on now. This is what 1 coat looks like, and then this is what 2 coats looks like. So really good mascara. For the lower waterline, ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Amethyst Hour. You can find this one at Ulta Beauty as well. And here's the completed look. Fairly easy to create this look. Only shade that gave me a little bit trouble was that first matte shade, but I think it redeemed itself. It could have just been my eye. So let's jump over to the left eye and start creating look number 2. Okay, so for look number 2, I think I want to do something using this shade. This is kind of like a brown, a cool tone brown taupey shade. So I think I'm gonna try this in the crease, and then or maybe this one. This is that one with the matte that's like the glitter overspray. You know what? Let me try this one first, and then I'll go into this one. We'll use this to deepen up the outer corner. And I'm using a Refer 14. And you can see that even though it has glitter in the pan, it doesn't really transfer to the eye. So if you're sensitive to that, I think you'll be okay with this one. But it is building up. That's a pretty shade. Very nice transition shade. All right, now I'm gonna keep the same brush. I'm just cleaning it off. Now I'm gonna go into that brown shade. Well, it looks brown, but it's a cool toned. This is definitely a cool toned purple palette. So if that's what you like, this might be something you want to check out. Oh, those are layering well together. Yeah, that's doing a good job of deepening up the outer corner. And I like these two shades together, really pretty. All right, now I'm gonna take the shade, which is called High Grade, on a damp Morphe M124. Let me go ahead and spray the brush. And that's gonna be our lid shimmer shade. Adding a little bit more of this deeper shade. Now for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna keep it the same. I'm gonna go in with this shade. Let's stop right there. We'll do something different for that inner corner. All right, so I think I'm gonna go in with this shade, and I'm gonna spray the brush. Now I'm going back in with High Grade, which was this top shimmer. Just gonna add a little bit more right here. I'm gonna take a little bit of that shade right up here to the brow bone. Okay, let me add some eyeliner and I'll be right back to show you this completed look number 2. All right guys, so here is the completed look number 2. I added some of the KVD Tattoo Liner in the shade Mad Max Brown to the top lash line. Same mascara. For the lower waterline, I went in with this one from Urban Decay. It is the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Delirious. This is an old one. I am almost done with it. I'm not too sure if the shade is still around. If it is, it'll be linked. But this is the completed look, and I like it. None of the shades gave me any trouble, and so far I think the palette is performing pretty well. Let me, I guess I'm gonna wipe off this eye. That way we can start creating look number 3. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do a little bit of a halo eye, but I'm gonna apply this like as my transition shade, and then I'll use this on the outer and inner corner, and I wanna use this shade in the center. And I'm taking Feb's Gem on a Rephr, what is this, 27. I'm gonna keep it very light-handed because these shades, these matte shades at least, you can build them up, and I do like that. I don't want to build this up too much just because it's going to be a halo eye. That's a really nice shade, just a nice wash of color to that brow bone. Now I'm taking Royal Affair on my Rephr 13. This is my favorite brush for using or for doing cut creases with, just because it's so small and I can be as precise as I need to be. All right, I like that. Coming out perfectly. Now I'm gonna go in, what is this one called? Sunbird. Just gonna use my finger. Ooh, that's pretty. Let me switch to a damp brush. I need to hurry up with this video because the Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, are about to play the San Francisco 49ers, and I think the whole neighborhood's gonna have a party. So I don't want a lot of background noise going on, and I am gonna have the game on as well, so gotta finish this up, Adding a little bit more of Royal Affair. Going in with a little bit of Feb's Gem right up here. That was the first shade. Okay, now for the lower lash line, I'm going to try using this shade, and I am going to spray the brush. And this is a Rephr 26 that I'm using. Now for the inner corner highlight, I'm going to go in with Brilliant. And I'm gonna spray the brush. That's such a pretty shade, and I like that it has that little bit of a blue shift to it. Complements the palette perfectly. I'm gonna add a little bit of that right up here. Okay, let me add some eyeliner, some more mascara, and I'll be right back to show you this third and final look. All right, guys, so here's the third and final look with the All Amethyst palette from ColourPop. I added some Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid liner to the top lash line, more L'Oreal mascara, and to the lower waterline, LA Girl Neon Shockwave in the shade Vivid. I also brought it down just a little bit, and then I went over it with that initial shadow that I had on the lower lash line, and this is the completed look. Let me go ahead and wrap up today's video, share with you all my final thoughts on this new All Amethyst palette from ColourPop. All right, guys, so after creating 3 looks with All Amethyst, I have to say it's a pretty decent purple eyeshadow palette, definitely on the cooler side of purple tones. So if this is something that appeals to you, if you like working with cool toned eyeshadows, this might be something you want to consider. I think for $14, it's a very reasonable price, and you do get some pretty good shades. I mean, there's only one shade that gave me a little bit of trouble, and it was this shade right here. But then again, that could have just been my eye, so everything else worked out just fine. Do I feel like this is the same great quality as like the So Fly and Ticket to Dreamland? I think it's like a notch below it. It's still good, it's still decent, but I think those 2 palettes were just extra special. And I'll have my ColourPop playlist linked in a pinned comment of this video in case you want to check out those videos and a whole bunch of other ColourPop videos that I've done. But if you can grab the Ticket to Dreamland, which is on sale for $9, go that route. It's a 12-pan palette. It's a beautiful color story. Doesn't have many purples in it. That's why I don't have it up here to compare it. But I am going to show you guys some other comparisons to other purple palettes in my stash. That way you can see if this is something you need to add or not. I think the quality is just fine. Like, it's fine. You're going to be able to obviously create some pretty decent looks with it. But is it that Ticket to Dreamland quality, that So Fly palette quality? Not quite. It's just right below it. Now, I pulled out the BH Cosmetics Amethyst palette, and these are really different. I had forgotten what this color story looked like. You get 7 eyeshadows, and then of course you do get that pressed glitter. This is a phenomenal palette. I would say this quality is definitely better than the ColourPop All Amethyst quality, but let me just hold them up. I mean, yeah, there's not going to really be anything similar about these. Maybe just the big shade, the Amethyst shade in the BH with this bottom shade over here in the All Amethyst palette. But really, I think this is more of a warm tone and this is more of a cool toned. This one up here, the BH retails for $9, I believe, and then this one is $14. Now, I also pulled out the Juvia's Place. This is the Violets palette. This is a good one. If you want more depth, definitely pick this one up from Juvia's Place. It is a $15 6-pan eyeshadow palette, but it often goes on sale. I think you might find it on sale at the Juvia's Place website, but they do have it at Ulta Beauty, and I have seen it on sale there as well. And this is what they look like side by side. I mean, definitely if you want to deepen up your looks, use this one. You can, of course, pair them together. But if you are only going to pick up one or the other, ooh, I'm going to have to give it to Juvia's. And then I pulled out the Glamlite Wine palette. This is a beautiful eyeshadow palette. I think this palette retails for $30. It's either between $25 and $35, but I know Glamlite was running a sale, so not too sure if that's still going on, but you do get a nice mixture of cool and warm tone purples in this palette. Glamlite has an amazing formula, both matte and shimmer. There are no pressed glitters in this one, and here these palettes are, one on top of the other. You can definitely see, I mean, the cool toned in the All Amethyst versus this one that you have a nice mixture of. Again, if you're going to ask me to pick a winner, definitely the Glamlite. And then I also wanted to compare it to the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette because I do think there are some similarities in this one. Now, this one is a cool tone palette as well. And so when, let's see, let's do it like this. When I hold them up together, you can definitely see there are some similarities there. Not spot on, but you know, this one is $14 and this one is $65. So if you can't afford to get this one, most definitely get this one. I mean, you know, the Huda palette is the better quality between the two. But guys, I know this one hasn't been ranking first with these alternatives that I showed you. It's not a bad palette. It really isn't. You're going to be able to create really nice looks with it. But I mean, when I'm comparing it to these other palettes that I really enjoy and I've had zero issues with, this one just falls a notch below them. But you know, it's still cute. It still performs well. And if you want something simple, quick, easy, out the door, you don't want to spend a lot of money, but you still want to have a nice little mixture of shades in here, then pick it up, guys. You might even be able to get it on sale within the next 2 weeks. ColourPop does tend to go on sale on the Ulta Beauty website. And then whenever it does hit the ColourPop website, you know ColourPop always has amazing sales. So I'm just going to give this one 1 thumbs up. Instead of 2, it'll get 1. I liked the 3 looks I was able to create, but do I think it is that amazing quality of So Fly and To Go to Dreamland? Not quite, but it's not terrible. Let me know your thoughts, guys. What did you think of the 3 looks I created? Which look was your favorite? 1, 2, or 3? Sound off in the comments below and let me know if this is a palette that's on your radar and if you think you're going to pick it up. Once again, I will have everything that I used linked in the description box of today's video. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Guys, this video is probably gonna go up a couple hours before my next video goes up. So y'all are getting 2 videos from me today. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.